Never Give Up is the ridiculously appropriate title for this video, and here we go for this week's episode of Rachel Vlogs. I think from the fact I'm not sat in my bedroom or showing you an exciting compilation of what's been happening in my life might allude to the fact that something has happened. And indeed, I'm on my phone. This is the 5th video that I've actually tried to make. I won't go into the boring details, but never giving up. Jason Mraz has this great song called I Won't Give Up, in which some of the lyrics are, "Them old stars see that you've come so far to be right where you are." And I am greatly encouraged by that, because through life there's a lot that can go wrong, and there's a lot to fail at, and there's a lot to find really difficult. Sometimes, like now potentially for myself, or maybe if you've got exams on or something big that's happening in your life, then sometimes, I've said sometimes too many times, it's worth reminding ourselves of the truth of why it's important never to give up. So maybe you've done this already, but if you haven't, I want to challenge you to choose a moment in your life, either one that's happening right now so you can remember it in future, or one that's happened in the past, to hold on to it and hang on to it for dear life if and when something comes up. So I have two particular ones. One is physical and one is mental. So physical, I was doing my physiology degree, and some of my physiology friends needed essentially a lab rat as a human to act out someone cycling at their lactate threshold. So I was physically working as hard as I could on an exercise bike. I was at 10 minutes about to either throw up, faint, just stop. The pain, the mental blur was the worst thing I think I've felt physically. And because I've done that, now, if ever I'm doing a physical challenge where I'm like, I can't go on, it's too much, I can hang on to that moment and be able to say to myself, Rachel, you did that thing with the whole physiology cycling, you can do this, it's fine. And mentally doing a finals, having gone through exams that were so difficult, looking back now, and whenever I'm faced with a task that I think that I just can't do it, it's too difficult, I can look back and say, you know what, you still made it through. But for both of those things, I had groups of people on either side. One on the exercise bike, I had 3 people yelling at me, keep going, and on the other side I had people looking after me, supporting me, helping me, teaching me, encouraging me. So the challenge is also to be someone who will help keep others going, to cheer for the good that you see and to keep going yourself. My arm's getting tired, I need to swap arms. There's a great quote that I feel has to be said in a really English accent that says, "Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal." Which I think has a lot of truth in it, that the idea is whatever you're aiming for, if it's something that's worth doing, it's probably going to be really hard, and the opportunity to keep going is going to have to be in your own willpower and determination to actually go for it. And it is always easier to see the things that you've failed at or the things that you've not done well. For me, I could list, maybe I will, I'll list a few things. I have failed to get into medicine. I then pretty much failed to get into university. I've failed a driving test. I've almost failed music exams. I failed oral singing exams. I've failed at job interviews. I've been turned down for stuff. Even at the moment, you could see my YouTube channel and say, oh, you're failing at your 5k subscribers to be able to get you into the YouTube space by the end of the year. There is so much that I have failed at, but yet I still do not consider myself a failure. Thank you, Nick Vujicic. What you do ultimately doesn't define you, whether that's success or failure. And ultimately, whether or not I keep failing at things in life, the person with the big dreams is generally going to get further than the person who sat there quite comfortably with all the facts. And even if I do keep failing at things, I'd still rather have tried and have got the experience and had the opportunity to meet the people and do the things that are in front of me than just never try anything. For you out there, if you've got an exam on, or if you've got something big happening, here are a few things to help you in never giving up. Take everything in small, manageable chunks. Take it day by day, step by step, hour by hour, minute by minute. Have soul-filling rest. Make sure you have good food. Find your cluster of people who are supporters of you and that you can support. Whatever that looks like in your situation, find them, hang on to them, keep them going. If you see someone going under, you be the person to help drag them back out. And finally, don't put your identity in what you make and keep going. See you soon. Take care. Bye!